Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the second season of Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the second season of Masterclass. I'm John Tanalia. Today, we have a fine young soprano from Arcadia University, a student of our own Jody Kidwell, Maura Heffernan. Her panelists today are Melanie Serikasanis, Roy Wilbur, and Denise Neary. Please sit back and listen to the live singing.
Sure. Okay. Maura, you start when you're ready, and then we're going to go in order, okay?
Maura, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi. Singing my whole life. I've been training with Jody Kidwell.
Oh, great.
5 years now? Oh,
3 years.
3 years.
4 years.
Oh, 4 years. 4 years. I guess I'm a soprano, and I go to Arcadia University.
Okay.
As a musical theater major.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. So nice to see you today.
You too.
You sound beautiful. Just the little sound check we did. Really beautiful.
Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to this.
Hi, I'm Maura Heffernan. I will be accompanied by Jeffrey Lloyd today. And my first song will be Vanilla Ice Cream from She Loves Me. Dear friend, I am so sorry about last night. It was a nightmare in every way. But together, you and I will laugh at last night someday. Ice cream, he brought me ice cream. Vanilla ice cream, imagine that. Ice cream, and for the first time we were together without a sweat. Friendly, he was so friendly, and isn't like him. I'm simply stunned. Will wonders never cease? Will wonders never cease? It's been the most peculiar day. Will wonders never cease? Will wonders never cease? Oh, where was I? I am so sorry about last night. It was a nightmare in every way, but together you and I will laugh at last night someday. I sat there waiting in that cafe and never guessing that you were fat, that you were near. You were outside looking bold. Oh my. Dear friend, I am so sorry about last night. Last night, I was so nasty. Well, he deserved it. But even so, that George is not like this George. This is a new George that I don't know. Somehow, it all reminds me of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. For right before my eyes, a man that I despise has turned into a man I like. It's almost like a dream, and strange as it may seem, he came to offer me
Hi, Maura. Wow, what a beautiful, beautiful voice you have. And it's so perfectly suited for vanilla ice cream. I was following along on my iPad here, and it just, I loved it. I really loved it. And I love what you did with it. I think you could have gone even further with it. I did like how you know, a lot of times people sing the, well, one just never sees well, and they pop out, but you sang through each, dum ba da da da. It was beautiful. So I appreciate that. I wanted a little more build when the first time we hear the polka, ice cream. He brought me ice cream, ba da da da, and then start to roll with it. So I just wanted you to take that a little bit slower and build. I thought the ending was beautiful. It was a beautiful B. I think my main thing is I just want you to go further with the character and further with the anger that you have and the frustrations, right? And you know, make sure we understand when you're talking about your pen pal versus George just brought you ice cream, which is so out of character for him, right? I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think on the, I don't know if we probably don't have the same page numbers, but at the part where you're writing in, I am so sorry about last night. It was a nightmare. I think you sang a little different notation than what I'm used to hearing and looking at, but I think it was, you and I will laugh at last night someday. I think you might have gone back up to the G at one point when I think it was repeated Ds. I'm not sure, but I just wanted to mention that. Other than that, you had a nice little comedy when you talk about him being fat, or, you know, thinking maybe he's fat or bald. Again, you could probably go even further, just be even a little more quirky about that. But other than that, I really, really love your sound, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Can we go to Denise, please?
Me? Okay. I completely agree with everything that was just said. Beautiful voice, absolutely beautiful voice. But I would like to see it dramatically to go even further. You know, when you're talking about the fat and the bald, just kind of kick it up a notch. Use more of your facial expression. Give it a little bit more of a pause. You could take it further when you're angry. And then when you're thinking, this is great, he brought me ice cream. So, but other than that, it was beautiful. The ending was beautiful, but I would just like to see you take it dramatically further. Beautiful, beautiful job, Maura.
Okay, for when she was talking about fat and bold, I thought she was going to mention me, but anyway. Can we go to Roy, please?
Maura, as the others said, just lovely. The B on the end was beautiful. When you're thinking about the two differentiation between the dear friend and George, I'd like to see more of a transition between the letter writing into when you're thinking about George. You don't know at this point that George is actually your dear friend, that you know, your pen pal. However, so I'd like to see more differentiation between and I'd like to, when you're rehearsing this, sit down at a table, take a pen and pad and write a letter. Write a letter, because I think it will really help you think about the two characters, the two different people that you're responding to in different ways, so that you're focusing on the letter while you're doing the dear friend. And then all of a sudden you think, well, now, wait a minute. This guy brought me ice cream. I can't stand this guy, but he brought me ice cream, right? So I want you to practice it sitting down, actually writing a letter. And I think it'll help you with the transition between those sections. I think the comedic stuff with the bald and all that business was really cute. The other thing I want you to think about, that be natural, it is be natural, right, Melanie? It's a be natural. That be natural at the end, it's there for a reason. She is so ecstatic at the end. So that build to the B flat, I want to see you almost just bursting with joy. So that be natural doesn't just come for no reason at all. It comes because of the joy she's feeling, and she's ecstatic. And all of a sudden, so I want to see more joy and be more ecstatic as you're reaching for that final high note. You were a little serious as you were singing it. And I don't know why. You were focusing on the note and setting yourself, setting yourself up technically. I don't know. Maybe you were, maybe you weren't. But that's kind of what I saw happening. So we don't want, as the audience, we don't want to see that. We want to see why it is you're building to that B natural and why that B natural is there. You know, why did the composer put it there? So those are just some of the things that I'd like you to think about while you're singing the song.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Roy. Okay, I just have two comments. For your age, you have very remarkable control of your voice. The only thing that I said, which is in chime with what everybody says, the easiest way to grab an audience is make sure that everything is real. So whatever you're singing about, you can relate, even at your age. Okay, I don't care if you're 60 or 10. You're going to think of it as a character from yourself. It's just not a character in the show. So if you make these relationships, which you now you have a fat bald guy in your life right here. So if you take that and you make this as honest as you possibly can, you're going to take this to the next level, and there's not going to be anybody to touch it, because I thought it was wonderful. I really did. Congratulations. And this is a great way to restart our second season of Masterclass, and I'm so happy that you are here to sing for us. Okay, so now with that being said, I'm going to repin you. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you know that she is 19 years old.
Fabulous. Wow. Wow.
Jody, wonderful.
Yeah,
Great.
she's sitting right here.
Great teacher.
Okay.
Wishing you were somehow here again, wishing you were somehow near. Sometimes it seemed if I just dreamed, somehow you would be here, wishing I could hear your voice again. Fighting back tears, why can't the past just die? Wishing you were somehow here again, knowing we must say goodbye. Try to forgive, teach me to live, give me the strength to try.
Very nice, very, very nice. Okay, can we go in reverse order, and we're going to start with Roy, please.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Um, Now Christine has, this is her first opera, and it's Don Juan, which of course is, there's an opera, as you're probably aware, called Don Giovanni, on which story is based as well. And in that, Donna Anna sings an aria after Don Giovanni kills her father, who ends up being the commendatore at the end. It's interesting, the juxtaposition of these two different pieces, because for this character that you're singing, she is feeling a lot of pain, where when Donna Anna sings it, there's pain, but she's also extremely angry that this man has killed her father. So I think there's a lot of different emotions that are going on here. It's not just about sadness. You have seen this man kill your father. So you're sad, but there's a little bit of anger there too. So just think about that when you're singing this. And I think it might help you find some different levels in terms of how you're dealing with this song emotionally. So that's one thing I wanted to say. And the other thing is, it's interesting that this song is about her father in the opera, but she has a past relationship with Raoul. And Raoul is someone who has been in her life in the past, and somehow he's out of the picture right now. So there's also feelings for Raoul that she's also, I think, sort of struggling with at the same time that she's singing this. So there's just so many things that are happening in this song emotionally that I want you to think about. And I want you to think about how that works with the music and how that works with the words that you're saying, so that we see more differentiation, because there's a lot of repetition in this song. And when you come back to Wishing You Were Here Again, think about, okay, why do I wish that you were here again this time? This is what I missed when we were here before. Have you lost someone really dear to you in your life?
A long time ago.
I'm sorry?
A long time ago.
Okay. Well, maybe there's a way that you can sort of reflect on the feelings that you were feeling at that time and pull from the emotions that you were feeling at that time as well. So just a few things to think about. And I think that will help you once again, both in terms of how you're interpreting the words and interpreting the music.
Thank you.
Thank you, Roy. Absolutely, I agree. Can we go to Denise, please?
Yes, I think that, Roy, you just really nailed everything that was going through my mind. And you just right now touched on a point then when you asked her if she's had loss in her life. The line, wishing I could hear your voice again. There's so much to breathe into those words when you're singing it, and to think about all of the different aspects of it. Wishing this, wishing that, wanting this, wanting that. It's just a matter of the levels, as Roy said, the different levels of emotion. Beautiful voice, absolutely bravo, my dear, beautiful, beautiful. But I agree with everything. The levels of emotion can be kicked up somewhat. Perfect, just loved you. You were, for 19 years old, you're amazing, sweetheart.
Thank you, Denise. Okay, can we go to Melanie, please?
Thank you again, Maura, for singing that for us in such a beautiful way. Really, when I had asked you about yourself, I didn't realize you're only 19. I thought, maybe you were a senior in college. I didn't know. So brava again. I'm curious about, okay, so they've all talked about the drama. I'm sure you know that, she is at the graveyard singing to her father's grave, and he's been gone for about 7 years. Is that correct? Can you guys confirm that? Yeah.
Oh, wow. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's been dead for about 7 years, but it's still, I think with her character, it's still quite fresh. Yeah. So I just wanted to remark on that. Now, vocally, I wanted to touch on a few things. Sometimes I get kind of nitpicky, so forgive me if I get on your nerves. But there was one word that was a little out of place, and it was never. And that's, wish I could hear your voice again, knowing that I never would. There's something about that vowel. I know it's hard to sing, but just ask Jody about that the next time. I don't know if it didn't have enough height to it or roundedness. It just kind of, because your voice is so well placed, and that kind of stuck out in my ear. Also, I don't know, because sometimes the sound isn't perfect on these things, but are you on those low A's? Are you putting those in your chest voice, or are you doing more of a mix?
Mix.
If your teacher wouldn't mind, would you consider putting it more in your chest?
What part of the song is that?
Shattered. I don't know if I'm in the right key, but the shat is a low A. I just wanted a little more sound.
The bridge. Okay. Yeah.
I'd just be curious to know what that sounds like, because you would do chest mix. I just wanted a little more edginess there, because she is so sad. I just wanted to mention that, and also.
How about if we try it?
Okay, let's try it. Great, let's try it.
Yeah, that's too.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've sung other parts of Phantom, just like here and there, and in some of the songs in that, I when I go to the low notes, I do go to my chest.
Okay. Yeah, I'm curious. Just start it again. Let's hear a few of those A's. Start at the very beginning.
So beginning?
Yeah, just start at the very beginning.
We'll do it first page.
Okay.
You were once my one companion. You were all that mattered. You were once a friend and father. Then my world was shattered.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. It's almost heartbreakingly more powerful to hear that. It's in such a darker, deeper place. We use our voice to color phrases, right? And to color our emotions. And that just gave me chills. I don't know about the rest of the panel, but that just gave me chills. And that was beautiful. So you can take that, do with it what you want. That's just my opinion, of course, out of 5 kajillion people. And I just have one more thing to say. I just wanted, 2 more things, sorry. I wanted a little more tenuto on the no more gazing. I think it's the final set of tenutos. Yeah, I wanted it. You did a tenuto more on the word more, but I wanted it even on no more and then a tempo. And then I wanted you to float the final F. And that's all of my things to say. But again, you're lovely, just lovely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'll let you just stole my thunder. I'd like to go back a little bit, just at the end. Okay?
I'm sorry, John.
There's a reason, okay, why. I know Melanie's laughed because she knows me so well. You just sing it the way you want first, okay? Which is the last?
The last wishing you were.
Yes, wishing, yeah.
Oh, like the very.
The
Okay.
last time it happened.
Wishing you were somehow here again. We must say goodbye.
Let's stop there for a second.
Okay.
Now, what is the most important thing that you wish for right now in your life? Don't tell me. Don't tell me what it is, but something that you want to wish for. Okay? Think of that, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Now, if it was me, I've been thinking about lunch actually, but no, I'm only kidding. Wishing you were here. What is the words?
Wishing you were somehow here.
Wishing you were somehow here again. Next one, what is it?
Knowing we must say goodbye.
Knowing we must say goodbye. So this is it. You're never going to see this person again, or whatever you want right now. So I have to see that in you.
Yep.
I know it's a lot to ask for in 2 seconds, but you
I don't
can
know
do
if we
it.
want anything, but I'll
Okay.
pretend I
Pretend, that's it. That's what acting's all about. There you go.
Exactly.
I don't think that far ahead. That's right. Or,
Yes,
you want to
please.
do the, okay.
Yes, please.
So,
Wishing you were somewhere we must we say goodbye.
Stop.
Help me say
Stop.
goodbye.
Okay. Now I interrupted your vocal line, and I apologize.
okay.
But it made an emotional difference. I'm going to see if I can get on without feedback.
I agree.
You see the difference? It's a showstopper. It just changed your whole life around. I gotta lower this so that I don't get feedback, so we can hear them too. But you see the difference? And the most important thing that you sing at the end was, help me say. Now, of course, I have COVID voice. I haven't sung in a year. Help me say goodbye. Stop. Help me say what?
Yes.
That's the difference.
I,
That's what's going to make people jump up in their seats
Yeah.
and start screaming.
That's right. That's the dream.
you did the same thing with If I Loved You at the end.
There you go.
Separate.
And you know what? It's the difference between a singer and a performer.
Yes.
Because you can have the best voice in the world, and I've heard them, and I'm sitting back going, that's the difference. And listen, you have it, God bless you, you're only 19 years old. I mean, for God's sakes. Well, I'm asking a lot from you, but that's what that music asks for. Okay, now, I gotta shut this because she's 19. That's the difference between, that's what makes this music so different. And the emotion from going to head voice or middle voice, there's no women with head voice, I'm sorry. From chest voice to your normal voice, the problem is that it draws so much emotion, and there's a reason for it, though. There's a reason why he wrote those sixths and those drops, because he's expecting somebody to do that. There's no note that's written by any decent composer that's not specifically emotional. So it was wonderful, you did it so well. If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to hear that with this new idea. Just the last page, if you wouldn't mind. I'm going to turn this off and turn this on. Hopefully, I'll.
The same section we did before?
Yes.
Okay, so right on.
Wishing you were somehow here again, knowing we must say goodbye. Try to forgive, teach me to live, give me the strength to try. No more memories, no more silent tears, no more gazing up.
That one has to be in tempo. That one has to be in tempo. That one. Bum. So the second one has to be bum, bum, bum. Then you can slow down again. But those 8 notes, are they not? Yeah, so those 2 notes have to be in tempo. Because you can't take too much rolantando, and then it has to come back into tempo at some point. But those 2 8 notes have to be in tempo.
Okay, so no
more
memories,
Memories.
no more
memories,
silent
no more
tears,
tears.
No more gazing
That's beautiful. Now the difference is this. Not just presuming. The part of that is the last one. Help me say. Take your time.
Yeah.
Nobody's rushing you. This is the last goodbye. Help me say. Hang up.
Can you maybe not breathe between good and bye and just goodbye?
See, no one sings about
Let's try that.
Take your time.
At the end.
The last one. Help me take your time.
Okay.
Okay.
So just the last one.
Yeah, last one.
Help me say goodbye. Help me say goodbye.
What is that one? Help me. How's it notated? They are good. Okay. Yep. There you go. How's it feel?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a different approach. And make sure everybody can hear you. Okay. So everybody can hear you.
Okay. So much prettier and floatier. I loved it.
I was talking.
Okay. Go ahead. Sorry, Mel. You were cut off.
No, I was just saying it was so much more floatier and prettier at the end, and it makes more dramatic sense because she's in a graveyard. So it's not like she'd be fortissimo, help me say goodbye. You know, it's so inner for her. It's an inward kind of goodbye. So you would want to float that in that setting. So really lovely, lovely.
I agree. Okay, and let me tell you, you have people here, of course, as well as Jody and Jeff, as a matter of fact. But you have people here that are really singing actors. Everybody in this panel right here, I chose, especially, you know, these people were chosen to hear you, and they know you're getting the best of the best advice. So now, I wish you. What do you have in your future endeavors? What do you have? What do you have coming up? You're in school now. Where do you go to school again? I'm sorry.
I go to Arcadia.
And okay, great. And do you have aspirations of moving on to any place?
Like school?
Yes.
I was considering. I don't know. I'm considering going to school in Europe.
Okay.
Save money, but I don't know if they have my major. If not, maybe Emerson College.
Okay. Now I'm not so sure. There's musical theater in Washington, right? Is it Catholic University or is it which one is it? Emerson, and then there's a couple other Catholic U, because I think Gina's down there.
Yeah.
Gina?
Yeah.
My son graduated from there, and it's an excellent program.
Denise, I'm sorry, say that one more time.
Jason went to Catholic University Music. It's an excellent program. Catholic
Go.
University is great.
The good thing about Europe is that they're singing out there. There's nothing really going on in the United States. The problem with going to Europe is that you're going to be alone. It's very lonely, and you'll be 20 soon. So you want to keep close to home just for a few more years. And to be quite honest with you, I think in your situation, American education for what you're doing would be a little bit better. And then going on, it's a different story. We'll see where your path leads. But I would find a school that has a really heavy musical theater program.
I would recommend Oklahoma City University. Kristen Chenoweth and Kelly O'Hara both came from that university, and they have a wonderful, wonderful musical theater program. It's excellent. Also, the Cincinnati Conservatory of Music.
My son is there right now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a fabulous school. My son is a jazz guitar major at CCM. Wonderful.
Or Bloomington in Indiana.
Oh, yeah.
Bloomington.
I went to Indiana.
There you go. Those are three really good programs for music theater in the States.
There you go.
I have a question.
Yes.
Are you a little bit Maura? Are you a little bit of a crossover singer? Do you do any classical, any opera, operetta? Because your voice lends itself to some of that, and you could be, speaking of Kelly O'Hara, talk about crossover artists. She's done Despina, and I can't remember the other stuff, but you could kind of model your path after that kind of a career, just from what I can hear in your sound.
I would agree. I would agree.
I'm not really sure how interested I want to be in the classical music world. I think I've been a part of the classical music world for like most of high school. I went to Penn State's Honors Music Institute, sang there, but I don't know if classical music is for me.
Okay.
It's not like I don't enjoy it, but I
Don't count anything out. You're 19, listen, education right now is the best part. You're in great hands, you really are. Joe will never tell you something that is wrong. I can guarantee it. Okay, so whatever school you wind up in, I always want you to check in. I don't care who you're studying with, who you are, and she is going to be there, I'm sure, for whatever reason, because I had teachers like that. I had three people on my level. I get called any time of the night, any time of the day, especially after I sound like crap. And I say, so, keep that. But at 19, God bless you. I mean, it's wonderful. I wish you all the luck in the world, as everybody here does. And keep in touch. Let us know if you have any questions. Please feel free. You can reach out to any of us at any time. Okay? Congratulations on a wonderful performance.
Thank you so much.
Bravo.
Brava. Thank you for singing for us, really.
Beautiful job. Beautiful job. Thank you.
I'll talk to everybody soon. And
Good luck, Maura.
Ciao.
Bye, Maura.
Bye, everyone.
Ciao, ciao. Bye.
Bye. Thanks.